Is Russell Brand the worst thing since unsliced bread? Well, I think far from it. I think in so many ways he's fairly tame. This isn't to undermine the testimony and the bravery of the people who have spoken out so far. This is to say that I think there is far worse out there. And in some ways, I think Russell Brand is being crucified on the platform of frustration that we haven't done enough in the past. And maybe the media and social media is overreacting. I still think Russell Brand's background is abhorrent, and I think his treatment of his dog Topsy is repulsive. I think a lot of the things that he has said on Channel 4, on BBC Radio, and particularly his attack with Jonathan Ross on Mr. Sachs, on Andrew Sachs, is appalling. Does that mean he should be so vilified and so attacked? Well, broadly speaking, I think not. There are many other people who deserve far more censure than Russell Brand. Do I think what he has done is likely to command a criminal prosecution which will be successful? I think, looking again at the evidence that we've so far been presented with, I think it's questionable. I think it's highly unlikely because these crimes, these alleged crimes, were committed so far in the past. I think it's going to be very difficult to prove anything. And does that justify the DCMS chair writing to Facebook, Meta, Twitter, and so on, and telling them to demonetize Russell Brand? I think that's equally repugnant. There are many other people that the chair of the DCMS could tell to demonetize, and many other people have done a great deal of harm. Now, I don't want to give the impression I'm flip-flopping on this. I don't think I am. I don't particularly care for Russell Brand, and I think that makes me all the more concerned to defend him if defense is needed. But at the same time, I think Russell Brand is far from a good role model. And there's a big debate about what sort of role models are needed for young people, particularly young boys. And is Russell Brand appropriate? I don't know if it's a choice between Russell Brand and Andrew Tate. Well, I think we can do better than both of those. But so far there aren't very many volunteers, and we are short of good role models. So now is the time, I think, for you to step up. Now is the time for you to lead, because there's plenty of people who are the other side of 50 who can pontificate. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for people who are younger, who by example and by promotion are leading the way. And I think Russell Brand is far from toxic, but many of the things he has done are disagreeable and disappointing. But we need a better Brand leader.